What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live stream today. Headline news. Arsenal striker Alexandre Lacazette set to be offered a new one-year extension. What are your thoughts on that? Do you believe Arsenal have made a mistake by keeping him? Should they have used some of his decent form to sell him? Or do you look at it and think the market isn't a great market to go and get a striker? Keeping him for another year is a case of sticking rather than twisting, really. What's your thoughts on that? And also, the new Arsenal away kit is out. It's all over the website. I haven't bought it, by the way, for anybody thinking, am I going to be ordering that kit? I've stayed well away from it. I will stick by my word. Although it was quite difficult, the advertisement was blinding me a little bit at one stage, but I stayed away from it. I ain't buying none of it. So that's one positive. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Apologies for being a couple of minutes late. I was just filming the Talk is Cheap show with Laurie. That'll be out tonight on AFTV. Hope everyone is well. And one of the other bits of news as well that has come out in the last few hours is that Arsenal are set to offer Callum Chambers a new contract. Chambers only has a year left on his contract this summer. Apparently, the club are talking about a new 3-year contract for Callum Chambers. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. I'm not the biggest fan of Callum Chambers, I've got to be honest. I think he's okay. Again, with Rob Holding, I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that English-based players as well, and with all this Premier League and Brexit situation, you have to have a certain amount of English players in your squad. So I want to know your thoughts. Lacazette, Callum Chambers, are you happy? Would you have sold them both? Would you have kept them both? Let me know your thoughts, people. Let's see who's in the comments. Big up everyone for tuning in. Big up Ebby, big up Jay Mills, big up Mo, big up Joshua, the real captain, all of you tuning in, the regulars. Big up South London's finest, Jonathan, Naveen, Omar. I want to know your thoughts, people, on Alexandre Lacazette. Let's have a look, first of all, at the new exclusive Arsenal kit. I'm sure most of you have seen it. Here's the man who's set to get his new deal, Lacazette. People saying, you'll buy it. Bro, I ain't going nowhere near it. I told you. Believe me this time, people. I ain't buying no kit. No kit. I am not buying it. I will still stay well away from it. Obviously, they've put the new cannon on there. Well, the old cannon, shall we say, which obviously comes from the history of Arsenal and the old badge. Should be blue shorts. I've got no idea why it's all yellow. Yellow top, yellow shorts, yellow socks. Just too much. I don't like that. It should have definitely had this blue here. Should have been the color of the shorts. I don't get it. Lies, you'll buy it and wear it off camera. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not even in the mood to wear Arsenal kit right now. Someone was saying that the original cannon was the other way around. Why did they do that? Why have they changed the direction that the cannon goes? Apparently, the original one was pointing the other way. Not buying it. I want to know your thoughts. Do you like this kit? Do you know what makes me laugh about this, right? This picture for me, right? Because Saka, it's almost like he's pointing at us saying, look at you clowns. You guys are actually going to buy this kit. Like, look at the look on his face. It's like he's pointing at us, mugging us all off. Like, you're actually going to buy this. But do you like it? I want to know, do you like it? It's a slightly different yellow to the usual yellow. It's like that off yellow a little bit. Someone said, like, it's the color of pee. Someone's just peed all over the kit. Saka's actually trolling us. Man says, yo, don't buy this rubbish, mate. When we're finishing ninth. I like it, but not buying it. I think that's the general feeling. Sammy said, I absolutely love it. Yellow shorts and blue socks. I did check earlier, and it did say it was all yellow, which I have no idea why that is, because I'm pretty sure the kit that they've copied is blue shorts. So I don't understand. The full yellow kit looks way too much, in my opinion. So, yeah, not buying it. Big up Robbie with a super chat. And Nketiah, Holding, Chambers, El Neni, Ceballos. None of them would make Celtic or Rangers first 11 in Scotland. We're a circus of a club now. Wow. So And Nketiah, I mean, hold it. I mean, listen, I don't doubt it. Maybe they probably have got better players than them, especially what I've seen these guys doing on the pitch lately. Glad they have blue shorts. I mean, is it blue shorts, though? I've seen a picture where it was showing up as not blue shorts. I believe that they've got some like blue tracksuit bottoms. But I was told that the kit was actually all yellow. I'm going to try and get a picture up of the full kit just so I can show you all of it, because I've got no idea why the kit is all yellow, but I'm just trying to find the picture of it on their website. Some people are saying that the shorts are blue. The picture I saw, I think there is some tracksuit bottoms that come with it that are a dark blue, but is the full kit actually all yellow? Yeah, so here we go. Let me get this picture up. This is the full kit. Let me show you this. I just think the all yellow is way too much, looking like some glow-in-the-dark football team. So there's the top. There's the shorts. And there's the socks. I mean, these shorts for me are just, they're horrendous. You know, they are horrible. Absolutely horrible to go with the top. I don't rate that. I don't rate. They look like goalkeeper shorts or something. I don't know what they are. They should have been this dark blue, and then you could have had the yellow stripes down the side of it. I don't rate that at all. I wouldn't go anywhere near that, people. Honestly, for anybody who still buys full kits, I wouldn't go anywhere near them shorts. If them shorts were blue, no problem. You know, yellow, blue, and maybe yellow socks. But nah, man, I don't rate that at all. Jay Mills says, not buying a kit. They don't deserve it. I'll stick my XL O2 Burkamp kit. Yeah, listen, all day long. Should have been like a navy blue, 100%. You know, it's just lazy sometimes, I think, with these companies. They're probably having meetings saying, right, should we make the shorts blue? Just make them, you know, make it all yellow. We are moving like Circus Man anyway. You know, they're probably doing it on purpose. To be honest, we've played like urine this season anyway, or urine, you know. We played like pee this season anyway, so they're probably doing it on purpose. Colour like them old school antibiotics medicine. You know, them ones that used to taste like banana, innit, when you was a kid. The antibiotics thing. Bakayo pointing at Curtis saying, you're going to buy this, bro. Bro, I'm staying away from it. I'm telling you, you lot don't believe me. You ain't going to see me in this kit. You ain't going to see me in this kit. I'm staying well away from it. They can keep it. They can keep it. I would have bought it this morning if I really wanted to. I've got no interest in it. Yeah, another kit. Yeah, exactly. And obviously more kits to come. It's interesting that they're releasing the away kits before the home kits, which, you know, if they got some crazy plan. I think we have seen pictures potentially of the home kit. This is apparently the third kit that's coming out. I did show you this yesterday. I said, Curtis, don't fool yourself. We all know you pre-ordered 5 sets. I promise you, bro, I'm going nowhere near it. I ain't buying nothing. This is the third kit that's coming out a little bit later on. I think this is coming out in about 2 weeks, they're saying. Arsenal Fashion Club at it again. Should have had the retro Adidas logo. Yeah, that would have been decent. They should have just gone back to the old original badge, to be honest. I do like the blue kit, can't lie. That's real captain. He's ordering one. I think he's... the blue one's caught hold of you. Do you prefer the yellow one or this blue one? Which one do you actually think is better? And they're obviously doing that pattern, the bruised banana pattern in the background again. Yellow submarine, Arsenal sinking, re-signing Calamity Chambers. Goodness me. Look, real captain, you know, man, you know when that blue one comes out, man, you're ordering your size in that one. Zach said the blue. Social said the the piss stain one. The blue. People prefer the blue by the look of it. I'll pass on both. The blue one is better. I wonder what kit for the Europa Conference League. They'll probably bring out a special, you know, Europa Conference League special kit for us all to enjoy, man. You know, when we qualify for Europe's premier competition that we're about to qualify for possibly next season. We had a great joke about that competition last night. On the stream last night, the Man United against Liverpool game. Big up everyone who tuned in for that yesterday. And this is apparently the new home kit, actually. Just a copy of Ajax. Maybe they're trying to get Ten Hag and Overmars to Arsenal. So they've just put up. That is just absolute copy and paste settings from Adidas. That's when Adidas have just got no respect for you as a football club. They just say, "Oh, listen, mate, you got that Ajax kit in the back. Yeah, just do that and just put the Arsenal badge on it." I mean, why on earth is these dark Adidas stripes at the top? That's nothing to do with Arsenal. And I'm telling you now, I will not be going anywhere near that. I actually don't even like that shirt. Honestly, I don't even like that. Proper bootleg Ajax job. I don't know where Adidas have got no... They're like, you know what? What's the point making all these wavy kits for you, man, to finish ninth? It's just pointless, isn't it? Bring back JVC. We're London Ajax, I'm telling you. Nico said it's wavy, though. I'm going nowhere near it. So there's your free kits, people. There's your kit review. Have you heard J. Cole's album? Yeah, I was listening to it this morning. Good album. You know, he always makes quality music, don't he, man? J. Cole. Right, let's get into the news then, people. Let's get into the news. If you guys want to hurt them, start a movement buying nothing from Arsenal. Yeah, we'll have to play our part. So the headline news that we were starting off with today is this. Arsenal are expected to offer Alexandre Lacazette a 1-year extension, which the Frenchman will mull over. His agent is currently speaking with teams in France, Spain, and Italy. So the interesting thing is about this report, and there is a full article. Go and check out Chris Wheatley, brilliant Arsenal correspondent. He goes on to say there isn't even any guarantee that Lacazette is going to accept this contract. Apparently, Lacazette was pushing for a longer deal. Lacazette has a year left on his contract this summer. So what Arsenal wanted to do was offer him an initial 1-year extension to take his contract up to 2 years. Now, the rumor I'm hearing is that Lacazette wanted 2 extra years on top of this year to take it up to 3 years. Now, Lacazette turns 30 this year. Listen, naturally, footballers, you get to 30, you want security in your career. You want as long a contract as possible. His agent is speaking to clubs in France, Spain, and Italy. When you go into this, they're saying that Roma wanted him last summer. Apparently, Atletico Madrid are still interested in him. They're not likely to sign Moussa Dembele from Lyon, which means there'll be a space for a striker there. Simeone obviously tried to sign Lacazette prior to Arsenal buying him. They could be interested, and they're saying that in France, Lyon would like to bring him back. Apparently, they made an offer last year to bring him back on loan. So this club's interested in it. I mean, I want to know your thoughts, guys. Are you happy with Lacazette getting a new 1-year contract extension? Would you have kept him for another year? You know, on one hand, you look at the market. Edouard, they're saying, looks like he could be going to Leicester. Ivan Toney, they want nearly £40 million for a guy from the Championship. Is that value for money? It's very risky. There aren't too many strikers out there that seem value for money. I just feel like we should have maybe moved him on. You know, I don't know. I like Lacazette, but has he ever reached the heights that we needed? You know, Aubameyang's had a bad season. What I wanted to see this season was, Lacazette, you step up. You step up now. He's fell off this season. You take that pressure off him. Go and score 20 league goals and show that you can be the man. I haven't seen that enough from Lacazette. That's my problem, really, about this contract. Big up Jay Torres. He says, big up Curtis. I feel like if Arsenal get some decent players, you're going to get hyped and buy the kits. I won't, bro. I'm telling you. We ain't going to buy no one that exciting, let's be honest. But big up for the super chat. Much appreciated. Jonathan said, risky, I would sell him. Anderson, sell Lacazette. We need the P's. Global Starboy Curtis, can we still make the Europa League spot this season? We can. It's not impossible. We'll have a look at the league table, but 6th place would get us Europa League. 7th would get us the European Conference League. Big up the Jim Gooner TV. He said, what happened to being ruthless? Giving Lacazette a 1-year extension is a big mistake. He's been a major flop. He's never hit 15 plus in the Premier League or 20 plus in a season. Cash in and get Watkins or Toney, maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think definitely out of those three, I like Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think the problem you've got with those 3 names that you've mentioned is Watkins cost over 30 million. He's now an England international. He would cost, I think, close to 50 million pound. He also doesn't get massive numbers either. He gets Lacazette numbers, really, although maybe he could go to another level at a better team. Ivan Toney, Brentford are saying they want 40 million for a guy out of their championship. I think that's too risky. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, for me, would cost at least, I think, 50, 60 million to get from Everton. They've got dough. They're not a team that are just going to give you one of their best players. So, does it show a lack of ambition? Offering Lacazette a new deal, swap Lacazette for Dembele. I think Dembele struggled at Atletico, and I think now that the hype around him has gone down. So Lacazette, 1-year contract extension. I think the thing that makes it a little bit embarrassing, if you like, is Lacazette's not even biting a hand off for this. He's actually saying, well, I'll think about it. My agent's talking to other people. What about Edouard? I mean, all the rumours are coming out now saying that Edouard is quite far down the line in negotiations with Leicester. He's played for Brendan Rodgers at Celtic. Leicester look like they could be in the Champions League. Vardy is in his 30s now, and they play two up front sometimes. So he probably thinks, I can get in the team with Vardy. You can't guarantee Edouard football at Arsenal because of Aubameyang and the amount of money he's on. I wanted to have a little bit more of a look at Lacazette. It's very frustrating because, as I say, I like Lacazette as a player. I really do. I respect his work ethic and his work rate. But we've got to be totally honest. Sometimes you just got to be honest. You got to talk facts. We paid £50 million for Alexandre Lacazette. He was supposed to be an upgrade on Olivier Giroud's numbers. He was supposed to take us to that next level. He's been at the club now. This will be at the end of this season. He'll have been here 4 seasons. These are his Premier League stats: 14 goals, 13, 10, and 13 currently. He's played over 30 games in all 4 seasons. He's never yet hit 15 goals in a season. That, for me, is not good enough. He was bought to score goals. We can say about his all-round game and compare him to Firmino and all that stuff, that work that he does. But we didn't sign Lacazette for that because, let's face it, Giroud was good at that. Giroud had very good hold-up play, link-up play, winning flick-on, scoring headers. Giroud was good at that. The problem with Giroud got to 10, 15 goals and then he hit the ceiling. He couldn't get beyond that. And unfortunately, Lacazette has not gone beyond that. And at least Giroud had that excuse that he cost £12 million. He cost 12 million. What did we expect? This guy cost 50 million pounds. Has he been an upgrade on Olivier Giroud? I would say he hasn't. And believe me, I don't like saying that because I like Lacazette, but he hasn't. Big up Troy with the super chat. If Pep played 2 up top, Arteta would do it. In my opinion, Lacazette and Aubameyang could be like Cole and York, but 2 up top isn't in fashion, so he won't do it. I was saying this the other day. I think the problem with Arsenal, we don't have that pivot in midfield to get away with 2 up front. We need a top quality midfielder. If we had Basuma and Thomas Partey in midfield, we could possibly get away with it. I mean, like I said, you look at Lacazette's numbers there, and then look at Giroud's from his time at Arsenal. They're no better. They're no better, really. In fact, Giroud's got a 16-goal season. 3 seasons, 14, 16, and 12. Obviously, the last year he got 4 in 16. Most of them were off the bench. So it's unfortunate. But listen, Lacazette, 1-year contract extension. I think Arsenal will be keeping him for another season. And he's going to lose value. So in a year's time, it's going to be even cheaper. On the 28th of May this year, he turns 30 as well. So I think Arsenal have just looked at it. I think Edu and those guys have looked at it and thought, do you know what? We need a right back. We need a centre back. We need a left back. We need 1 or 2 midfielders. I think they've got so much work to do. They've just looked at the striker situation and said, let's just not create another situation for ourselves. Let's give him a year and figure it out in a year. What that would indicate to me is that Eddie Nketiah will probably be sold because Balogun signed a deal. You got Martinelli who can play up front. You got Aubameyang. You got Lacazette. Surely there's no room there for Eddie and Nketiah now, and I would definitely move him on. Big up Sebs, he says, big up Curtis and everyone in the chat. Hit the likes, people over 700 watching. Smash the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. 3-5-2 could suit us, yeah, with 2 strikers, possibly. The only problem with that is where do you fit Pepe if you play with 2 strikers, or will they move Pepe on? Centre-backs, we have centre-backs. Atif. Quantity, yes. Quality, I would still argue maybe not. Callum Chambers and Rob Holding, good enough? Not really, in my opinion. Nothing more than squad players. David Luiz, probably on his way out. Pablo Mari, okay. Still don't think he's justified starting every week. Could he get us in the top 4? I think Gabriel's decent, but he's been up and down lately. Saliba to come back. Can you say out of all those defenders, those 2 could get us in the top 4 together? That partnership could get us top 4. I like the sound of Gabriel and Saliba, 2 young defenders coming up quick. Well, Saliba's very quick. But at the same time, they'll make mistakes because they're both young. So in terms of centre-backs, I still actually think we will need a centre-back. Big up Jorge said, given that we need a right-back, left-back, centre-back, centre-mid and a cam, I don't mind him staying. Don't trust the process and we can slowly incorporate Martinelli. As I said, I think they've looked at it and thought, the market, I can't see an obvious replacement for him. People are saying Edouard. I think Edouard goes to Leicester. Patson Dakar, who plays in Austria, would cost a bit of money, and we don't know how good he is. Ivan Toney, 40 million for a guy at the Championship, risky. Danny Ings would be expensive, and he's nearly 30 as well. There isn't an obvious replacement. I would like to see Martinelli get game time up front. I've got to be honest. I do think he could play up front. Go all in for Sergio Ramos. I mean, there's rumours Ramos could be on his way to PSG. He'll be on huge wages. And would Sergio Ramos want to play for Arsenal? Let's be honest. We may not even be in Europe. I wouldn't mind Dino getting a chance next season, see if he can handle the Prem. Apparently, he's had a good season, Mavropanos, at Stuttgart. And everything's saying that he could be given pre-season to prove himself. Desi says, Kun Aguero. Would you guys take Aguero for 1 year? I think the thing with Aguero, he wants more than a year. He's being linked with PSG and Barcelona. I can see him going to Barcelona. I think they need a goal scorer. Griezmann hasn't really been hitting the back of the net as much as they'd have liked. And, you know, it'll probably help keep Messi as well. Koulibaly, I mean, he would cost a fortune, unfortunately. For Arsenal. Manolas to replace David Luiz. We were linked with Kostas Manolas a few years ago. We may have missed the boat there. Naby Keita is reportedly available. I mean, he's flopped at Liverpool. He's on 100 grand a week as well. And I wouldn't really go for him. Exactly, Curtis. Numbers don't lie. If we can waste 50 million, then we can throw out 50, 60 million on a proper number 9. We need goals, so Laka isn't the man. I would definitely take Aguero. Would you take Sergio, people? Faz says, great content. Big up. Ragav said, Aguero assigned for Barca, Curtis, 2-year deal. I haven't heard it officially announced yet, but I know they're definitely in talks. Atletico want Keita. Koundé's good. I think he played for Seville. Aguero is injured too much. Boateng for Luiz. I mean, similar bracket, any old and kind of not the guy that we would want really. So, yeah, in terms of Lacazette, I think the club have decided to just stick rather than twist. The problem is, in a year, if you decide to sell Lacazette as a 30-year-old, how much are you going to get for him? You know, you're not going to get a lot of money for him. Would you take Martial? Yeah, I'd probably take Martial, you know. I probably would. Joaquim Pedersen said, Tierney, Gabriel, Sionchu and Aarons. I mean, Sionchu, he would cost a lot of money. And would he even want to leave Leicester? Leicester could be in the Champions League next year. Odegaard to stay. Would you guys keep Odegaard? For me, if it's a permanent transfer and you're talking £40 million, I would go for Buendia. I think he's more of a goal getter. The problem for me, Odegaard's a little bit lightweight. doesn't score enough goals. And I just want a number 10 that can hit the back of the net for me. I need a number 10 in this team who can score goals, who creates goals. I don't see enough of that from Odegaard. Tidy player, very intelligent, picks up great positions, great way to pass, doesn't shoot enough, doesn't score enough, doesn't get enough assists. Bit lightweight as well. I think when you press him, don't give him a lot of time, he's not quite as good. And yeah, I think Smith Rowe at the moment is ahead of him. And I have to admit, I've kind of changed my mind as well. I see Omar, they said, I've changed my mind on him. 6 weeks ago, I was like, Odegaard, buy him 30, 40 million, top quality. Now I'm like, nah, I don't think he's the answer. Do I think he's a good player, Odegaard? 100%. Talented player. Do I think he's the answer for Arsenal? No. I think Smith Rowe can play that role. And I think it's time to get Buendia. And the Norwich chief executive actually came out yesterday and said, Campbell, Aarons and Buendia, he has told all three of them, if they get an offer that they feel is acceptable, they won't stand in their way. What I think they've actually done is told those guys when they got relegated, get the team promoted, then if we get the right offer, we'll let you go. I would go to Norwich personally, give them 60 million and say, I want Max Aarons and Buendia. I'll take both of them off you. There's your right back. There's your number 10. Go to Brighton, 30, 35 mil. Give me Basuma. That is three of the major signings that Arsenal need. They're not glamorous. Even at the poor level that we're at the moment, we should be able to sign 2 players from Norwich and 1 from Brighton, let's be honest. But we'll see. Arsenal never do things like that. Common sense ain't that common at Arsenal, unfortunately. And I know it's not that simple, but do you know what I mean? Surely Max Aarons and Buendia would want to join Arsenal. But we'll see. I'm not sold on Buendia yet. I'm not totally sold, but I do think out of the options available at the moment, he's the one I would look at. Definitely look at him. Add Lewis Dunk to that list. Good player. A bit slow, but reads the game very well. And a good leader as well. Very good leader. Is Max Aarons good, though? I would rather a Lamptey. Lamptey, for me, is too injury prone. Been injured twice last season. I think he only played about 11, 12 games. So I would go for Aarons. Aarons has played over 40 games the last 3 seasons. Calvert-Lewin is my dream striker, said Idris. He's a good player. He's improving. Thoughts on the new kit? I think it's okay. I actually don't think it's amazing. It's quite clean. Like I said, I don't like the yellow shorts and I won't be buying it. Rafinha, for me, best player outside the big 6 this season. Rafinha's a good player. Good player on that right-hand side. But I think with Saka or Pepe, we won't be going for a right winger. Max Aarons better than Lamptey. Would you get Grealish? I'd love Grealish. I think Villa said the other day they want at least 70 million for him. Arsenal won't pay that. Pedro Neto, very good player. I believe he's injured at the moment. Would you take Umtiti from Barcelona? They want 7 million for him. He's a World Cup winner, and I wouldn't go anywhere near him. He's super injury prone. Good player. Always been a good player, but way too injury prone. Yes, Aarons and Buendia should be done at the same time. 60 mil for 2 players in today's market would be amazing business. Something Leicester or Liverpool would do and be applauded for. 100%. 100%. You'll see other clubs do it. You look at Leicester now. Samare's on his way. 15 million, they're saying, for him. A player we've been linked with for over a year. Getting the deal done quick. Edouard, they're talking about 16, 17 million. They're doing business quick at good prices. How come other clubs always get value for money, but Arsenal get ripped off? Grealish would be the perfect sign. I have to admit, I'd love Jackie Grealish, man. I would love Super Jack at Arsenal. The next bit of transfer news in terms of new contract at Arsenal. This man, for me, I'm not overly excited about this, I have to admit. Football London understands that Callum Chambers, who has 1 year left on his deal at the end of this season, is set to be rewarded with a new contract extension. Now, I believe it's a 2-year extension, which would take his contract up to 3 years. I don't know what I make of Callum Chambers, because I look at him and I think, you're not a bad player. You're a half-decent centre-back. you're not bad at right back, but he's not that good either. You know, I read that he's been at Arsenal since 2014. 7 years this guy's been at Arsenal. Has he improved that much? Is he that good? I have this thing with Arsenal where I'm like, I always think to get a new contract. Remember, he's going to get more money. You're rewarding him. You're giving him more years and more money. Has he earned a new deal at Arsenal? What has Callum Chambers done to get a 3-year contract at Arsenal? That's where I find it difficult. People said, Ashton said Chambers is better than Holding. I kind of hear you on that. They're both similar to me. Chambers, jack of all trades, master of none. And that's kind of how I look at it. Chambers is the Arsenal Phil Jones. I just look at it like Ebba, you're saying there, average, 7 years. Emmanuel Petit said the problem at Arsenal, if you stay quiet and keep your head down, you'll be at the club for 10 years. They'll just reward you for no reason, just because you don't cause any problem. Rob Holding, bang average, new contract, 4 years. He'll have been at the club 9 years by the end of that contract. Callum Chambers, 7 years. We're going to give him another 3. If he sees that contract out, he gets a testimonial at Arsenal. Callum Chambers, 10 years at Arsenal. You know, what has he done to earn that? I remember Jefferson Montero ripping this guy apart at Swansea. And I said to myself that day, this guy ain't a right back. We were told he was a right back. He's not no right back. You know, I just don't get it with Arsenal. El Neni will get a new deal in the summer. He's got a year left. You know what's... Arteta will say, great squad player, great attitude, blah, blah, blah. They'll give him a new 4-year deal. Stop rewarding mediocrity. That's the level has to be lifted from everywhere. But I don't know. Let me know your guys' opinions. A lot of you will say good squad player, better than Holding. But has he actually earned a new 3-year contract at Arsenal? I don't know. Football's changed a lot, in my opinion. Big up John Layup with a super chat. I've seen some people have bought the new away kit. They've been lured. Yeah, some people just... Listen, I don't disrespect anyone, man. It's understandable. People want to support the team. Some people will have woke up this morning, looked at that kit and thought, I love that kit. And I'm an Arsenal fan. Why should I not buy the kit? You know, and I respect that. You know. I know a lot of people say don't buy the kits. And it does affect finances. But what you got to understand, Adidas pay that money up front to the club. The club then earn a percentage of the player, of the kit sale, to the fans. I think it's between 5 and 10%. So it will affect the club, but not massively. But I just genuinely don't like that yellow kit that much, to be honest. Average players getting big contracts, story of our club. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I want to see the big players or the better players signing new contracts, not players that have been injured a lot, that haven't done much in the team. But hey, Amsterdam, Thailand said it's cheaper to extend contracts than to buy new players. Tells you everything about the ambition from Arsenal. I hear you on that. Harsha, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. I don't see a Klopp or Pep would take our current team beyond 5th or 6th in the table. I'd give Arteta another year with 3 or 4 quality players. Fair enough. So a lot of people do still think that. 5% is a lot, though, Curtis, when a lot of people buy the kits. Will affect a lot, but we all got to commit. I hear you on that. I suppose, 5% is a lot when millions of fans are buying kits. I would take Matty Cash from Villa. He looks decent. Yeah, do you know what? I met him a few times when he was at Nottingham Forest. And he was a right winger there. He's done really well at right back for Villa. Taz said, I got it for me and my son. I do feel dirty, though. Big up Taz. Man feels like he's done something wrong, buying the top. Oh, dear. Salman said, I guess we need to keep some English players, right? Yeah, that's the thing. It should be the same thing across the board, though, in regards to mediocrity. There's too many that are not good enough. If Lacazette is being offered a year, so should Chambers. Yeah, exactly. Why is Chambers getting 3 years? I know he's younger, but you could have said, all right, I'll give you 1 more year to prove yourself. 3 years, he's giving him a lot of security. Would you look at a new keeper if you were Arteta, Curtis? It depends on if Leno is going to go. If Leno doesn't go, I would still keep Leno and sign Matt Ryan on a permanent. I think he's a dependable second choice goalkeeper. And I've always said maybe we won't see the best of Leno until we put a good enough defence in front of him. You know, you saw earlier in the season with Alisson at Liverpool, when the defence got weaker, he started making mistakes. You know, I said Taz is a disgrace. Big up Taz, man. You know, you do what you got to do, people. Do what you got to do. Taz out. They're on to you, Taz, man. It just made me laugh that Taz said he feels dirty for buying the kits. Man feels guilty, but you got lured in. The new jersey is crisp. You like it, yeah? If we win the European Conference League, then I will cop the new kit. Listen, we'll probably win it, you know. We ain't got... I don't think there'll be many teams in that competition that will be very difficult for us to beat. Although Arsenal, we're the club that we can lose to anybody under any circumstance. We can lose to anybody and we can beat anybody. So it wouldn't surprise me if we lost in the final to, you know, Weatherspoons or the Dog and Duck FC, you know, or something like that, as we were hinting to yesterday. New third kit is loud, yeah, with the bruised banana pattern in the background. And Gisa is being linked with a few players now. Fulham have been relegated. So let's see with him. Juve wants to get rid of Ronaldo. I'm hearing Ronaldo wants to leave if they're not in the Champions League. Be interesting where he goes. I think Ronaldo's 35 now. He's on massive wages. Who would actually pay for him now? Maybe a PSG or someone like that. Maybe he goes back to Real Madrid. Knots21 said, just think Dundalk will be playing in a higher quality league than us. Do you know what I mean? You're not lying. Dundalk will be in the Europa League next year. Arsenal will be either not even in Europe or in the Conference League, you know, playing, as I said, against Weatherspoons. You know what I'm saying? Big up Joel. He said, what's up, Curtis? Another live stream. Yeah, man, we're putting in the work, people. Like I said, we had a good watch along last night, Man United Arsenal. That was an enjoyable game. Lots of goals. I'll be doing FA Cup final watch along tomorrow for anyone who wants to tune in. 5 o'clock, Chelsea against Leicester. I actually hope Leicester win that. I know we get quite a few Leicester fans in here. I hope Leicester win that. I'm kind of feeling like Chelsea have made life difficult for themselves, you know, by losing to Arsenal, because now top four's a little bit in the air for them. You know, they could have got top four, relaxed the last couple of league games going into that Champions League final. Now they've made things a little bit harder for themselves, you know. And big up Kel Cole. He said, love for reading out my comments, bro. Love and respect. Hope your YouTube channel blooms even bigger than it is now. Big up for your support and tuning in. And yeah, let's hope, man. Onwards and upwards with the channel. Big up everyone for the support. Seb said Ronaldo to PSG with Mbappe and Neymar would be crazy. I just can't see them, man, passing to each other, you know. Neymar's like the greediest footballer on earth, and Ronaldo's pretty greedy as well. David said Kroenke out, Arteta out. I'm with you on that, bro. AJ said, Curtis, you really deserves all the subs you have and many much more. Always great context. Thank you very much, bro. Crazy Cliff, apparently finishing mid-table in a big club is rewarded now. Crazy that. Mr. War, thoughts on Frank Kessie in a double pivot. You know what? A year or so ago, I wasn't sure about him. I watched him play against Man United for Milan earlier in the season. I was really impressed with him. Looks like he's improved a lot. Wouldn't be cheap, I don't think. But no, I would have him on a list. I would definitely consider him. Curtis for Arsenal manager, if only, man. Big up, John. In my opinion, the new away kit looks like they spilt urine samples all over the shirt. Would sum up this season so far and the performances, really. Urine Arsenal kit, you know. Big up Thomas from Norway. Great show, Curtis. The therapy is working. Listen, we'll laugh, we'll moan, we'll get our way through it, people. And like you said, who just put that? Helen. Where's Daniel Eck? Listen, nah, Daniel, man. Give it another week. And that's it. Apple Music, man. I'm done with Spotify. You can't be doing this. Hyped us all up. Got Thierry Henry doing interviews. Where's the offer? Why am I not seeing breaking news? 1.8 billion offer from Daniel Eck. Man got us all to buy Spotify, put the prices up, get his shares put up higher of Spotify, and the man ain't turned up with no offer. What's going on? Where you at, Daniel Eck, man? We're waiting for the offer. Save our club, man. One more week, and it's Apple Music. We're out of it. Ronaldo and Neymar wouldn't work. They would not pass to each other, man, I tell you. Jim Gooner, bro, what do the winners of the conference thing get? Is it a ticket to the Champions League or just a Banter Cup trophy? If you win the Conference League, you get qualification to the Europa League. How times have changed, eh? You know, we moved to the Emirates to compete with Bayern Munich. We're now competing with Bognor Regis, you know, and Dog and Duck. I don't understand this football club. It baffles me. Ronaldo come home to Sporting. Yeah, I think they were saying that he said he wanted to play for Sporting Lisbon again at some stage. And I believe they just won the league in Portugal. Eka's been told they ain't going to sell, it looks like. I mean, yeah, listen, not every offer is made public. He may have made the offer behind closed doors, but it just doesn't look like it. Arsenal v Portadown, I'm telling you, man, we can be playing anyone right now. Bognor Regis FC, man, on the coast. No football, no refs, no nets in the goal. Anything goes, man. Put your goalpost down. We'll be putting the shirts down. You know, I knew Urine's shirt. We'll have to put that down and use it for goalposts. You'll see Arteta collecting subs after the game, fam, off the players, £5 each to pay the ref. Oh, man. Big up Ricky with a super chat. Curtis, Arsenal always speak of attitude. Where is the attitude during games? If this season is a reflection of our attitude, we're in big trouble. That's a great point. You know, they all keep talking about what happened to non-negotiables, you know? What happened to every player's giving me 100%? I haven't seen it this season. I really haven't seen it. Coates will be the Nets. Curtis Laporte just switched to Spain. Don't understand that with France. You know, he's made himself available for France. I believe he's actually been called up before, but wasn't selected in the game. Surely Varane, right centre-back, and Laporte, left centre-back, would have made sense as a replacement for Samuel Umtiti, who was the left centre-back. But they're not interested. I think they're playing the Upper Meccano and players like that ahead of them. No net scratch cards to sign players. You know what I mean? You know, and you have to put pound coins in and do a raffle, try and raise money for the club and that. We're moving mad. Dundalk moving in higher circles. They're going group stage Europa League, fam. You know? And we're out here in the Conference League. Curtis, why not linked for Aouar or Rodrigo de Paul or someone like Pellegrini available for 25 million? I do actually like that Rodrigo de Paul. You know, I watched him a few times now. I think he's at Udinese, right? Very lively player. And looks good. Aouar, I don't think will come to Arsenal. He may be available for cheaper, but I still think bigger clubs than us. I saw PSG and Juventus being linked with him. You know, why would he come to Arsenal when clubs like that want him? Probably not me, said Curtis. Do you think that Willian has some kind of clause in his contract that guarantees how many games he needs to play at least? Possibly. You know, players do things like that. You know, say, listen, I have to play 20 games. I know there was a thing where Oxlade-Chamberlain in his first deal, he had some sort of clause where every time he completed 90 minutes, he got a bonus. And if you look back through his time at Arsenal, Wenger would regularly take him off. 70 minutes, get him off. They didn't want to pay the bonus. So I see no reason why there couldn't be a clause in his contract, you know? Man said, oh, it's urine, not urine. Apologies, I've gone mad with the accent there. But yeah, Intertoto Cup settings, man, I don't even know if it's as good as that. You know, at least that was semi-established. Yeah, all players have these clauses in contracts. Yeah, big up Fran. Go and check out Forever Football with Franny Green. Did a interview with him yesterday on his channel. Go and subscribe to his channel. You see him on this channel maybe next week as well. Yeah, a lot of players have clauses in their contract. You have to play a certain amount of games. You get bonuses, certain amount of game time. Willian held all the cards. He got 3 years. He got over 100 grand a week. Clearly, he would have, you know, got a certain deal and certain guarantees in that contract when he joined Arsenal. He held all the cards. What's your view on the season ticket holiday? I personally... I'm in two minds. I'm thinking about not really going this season. Obviously, Arsenal, what they've done, they've frozen season ticket prices, which I know the fans are very angry about. being in the fact that we may not be in Europe, surely the price of a season ticket should have dropped. But Arsenal being Arsenal, they keep it at the same price. But what they've said is you can take a year, give up your season ticket for 1 year, but after 1 year, you get that season ticket back. So you're not giving up your place. You're just saying, I'll take a year off, and they'll sell your season ticket on a weekly basis. And like Lee Judges was saying the other day, you'll get fans that have probably never been to watch Arsenal, so they'll go and spend, they'll buy merch, they'll buy food, where a lot of us regular going fans don't buy as much because you've seen it all before. So I'm in two minds, because number one for me, this is a poor Arsenal team with a poor manager at the moment, and I don't really see what direction this club is going in. And second of all, if you can't have 60,000 fans in the stadium, I'm not too keen on going back. You know, I didn't even enter the ballot to try and get a ticket for next Sunday. Obviously, 10,000 fans can go and watch Arsenal Brighton. I didn't want nothing to do with it. Didn't want anything to do with it. I thought, I'm not going to that. I'll probably be outside, actually, at the protest. Fran said, oh, love, brother, and everyone supporting. Yeah, go and support my boy's channel. Quality upcoming channel. Former pro as well. Knows his stuff. You'll see lots of content on his channel and on mine. We'll be working together. Charlie said, I suppose now you do watch-alongs, Curtis, it gives you something else to think about. 100%. 100%. You know, you have to... I'm just looking at it like, you know, season tickets are £1,000. £1,000 to go and watch Arsenal, man. They're not buying players of top quality. They're kind of going through the motions. You have to weigh up. And like I said before, £1,000 is just for your ticket. That's not your petrol, your parking, your food, your drinks, you know. It's time, innit? You know, you got to weigh it up. So I'm thinking about it at the moment. I tuned into your watch along against Chelsea, Curtis. Big up. Hey, big up Total Hit. Appreciate that. Smash the likes, people. Over 1,000 people in here now. Amazing support. And I really appreciate all the support. I felt once we went out of Europe that views and all those kind of things would, you know, go down a lot. But you guys are really supporting, so I appreciate it. Gladius Scoops, Curtis, your view on Spurs getting a fan in the board meetings. Who would you pick if Arsenal did the same? Who would you pick? What fan would you use as fan representation, man? Get Robbie in there, man. Robbie can buy them all out, you know. But no, listen, I think it's good that fans are getting more of a say. You know, Chelsea have said the same thing. There'll be a fan in the board meetings now. So listen, it's good to see that. Buenos Aires Gunnar, we support you, bro. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Get Ty in there. Nah, Ty would agree with everything they say. We can't big up Ty every time, you know, but Ty would he would come out of there, you know, he'd buy all the merch. He would agree with too much of it. So and Kev as well. Kev would give Arteta a new 5-year deal. Don't forget, people, Kev is on the show Monday, 2 p.m. I'm going to call it the final showdown. We're going to go for it now. You know, I'm not having the excuses now. But he's got a lot of things lined up as well. So I'm gonna have to turn up with some facts as well. So that should be good fun, you know. But we'll see. Lee, you dirty little... Yeah, he'd be going crazy there, to be fair. Send troops. Yeah, he'll be going mad. Get Turkish in there. I would send Curtis or Turkish. Yeah, listen, I'll talk the truth, man. But it's the players, Curtis. You know, that's turning up at some stage. Big up Kevin Campbell. Yeah, Kev, man. Big up Kev. Make sure you tune in for that on Monday. Listen, one thing you can't question with Kev is his passion and care for the football club. You know, he comes on this channel on a regular basis, doesn't charge any money, never asks for anything, you know, and, you know, I respect Kev highly. He's a good friend as well, but I just don't agree with the Mikel Arteta opinion. But we'll talk about that on Monday. Big up Jay Torres, Curtis, the lemonade away kit is growing on me. Don't let it happen, Jay. Don't let it happen. Don't even look at the picture. Stay away from all the pictures, the promo and the adverts. That's what sends you wild, you know. That's when you start pressing buy. Stay away from it. Big up for the super chat as always, bro. Hey, John Layout, back again. Arsenal is moving like conservatives. Everything must be for the rich. When it comes to the local boys who want to see their team, they'd ignore them. what did they call us? Legacy fans, you know? That told you everything what they think about old school fans, if you like. You know, they want the new fan that buys everything, that accepts everything they feed them, you know? That's the unfortunate thing. Did Kevin Campbell play with Arteta? No, he didn't. I asked him this last time. I actually thought they were teammates at Everton, but they weren't. So, yeah, he said he was never teammates. Seb said, I'll be honest, it will be between you, Turkish, and Mo for fan representation. Yeah, that would be I think all three of us could put forward a decent case for why things need to change. Big up Charlie157. He says, big up Curtis, love the stream. Hey, big up to everyone for tuning in. Kevin's going to go and make you feel optimistic. He's got that energy. He has got away with words, Kev. I'll give it him. But I'm not falling for it now. You know, we're going to have a proper dispute on Monday. Respectfully, of course, but yeah. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. Obviously, yesterday, Everton drew with Aston Villa. Did us a bit of a favour, possibly. And I can't believe I'm even having to look at this table and try and weigh up if we can finish somewhere in this table that would be, you know, keep us in Europe, you know. No Brexit Arsenal, man. We need to stay in Europe. I think Curtis just nicks it. Turkish got too much trust in Arteta. I don't know. Is Turkish back in Arteta? I haven't had Turkish on for a while, so I don't know what his opinion is actually on Mikel Arteta. I know his opinion on Kroenke. So obviously Arsenal are 3 points off West Ham in 6th. I think Liverpool now 60 points after beating Man United. 3 games left. The most Arsenal can finish on is 61 points. Liverpool have got 3 reasonably easy games. So we ain't catching Liverpool. I actually think Liverpool will finish top 4. The way the fixtures have set themselves out. I suppose the target for Arsenal would be West Ham. We do have a better goal difference than them just. So could we catch West Ham? Could we catch Tottenham? But 7th place gets us in that European Conference League, which do we even want to be in that? 6th place gets you in Europa League, where West Ham are, but I think that will be difficult for us. 3 points behind, they've got a game in hand. They haven't got the hardest of fixtures either, West Ham. So it could be Brexit Arsenal this summer, man. I'm not sure we will be touching Europe next season, but we'll have to see. People saying Turkish is both Arteta and Kroenke out. Totally agree with that. I'll have to try and get Turkish on, actually. I haven't had him on for a little while. Hit the like button, people. Still nearly 1,100 of you in here, man. Amazing support, people. Smash a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we'll still be doing content throughout the summer. Daily transfer videos. Euro 2021 watch-alongs as well. I've got some ex-pros and current pros who are going to come on the channel when the season finishes. I'm going to try and get some different YouTube guests on as well. Spoken to Hugh Wizzy, spoken to Goldbridge, spoken to Expressions. We're going to try and get some different content going off as well. So keep it locked, people. Keep it locked. That's it for today. That's it. I'm out of here, people. Don't forget, I will be back tomorrow. FA Cup final watch along, 5 o'clock. Chelsea against Leicester. Next Arsenal game is on Wednesday. Any YouTubers, anyone that you would like me to try and get on the channel, not necessarily just Arsenal either, put it in the comments when this video finishes, and I'll listen to who you want to get on and try and get some of them on if possible. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, people. Big up to you all for tuning in, and I'll be back tomorrow. I may be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock with another Arsenal one, but if not, 5 o'clock tomorrow, FA Cup final watch along. Enjoy your weekend, people. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bless.